For Off the Block, I'm Vinny Lopes, and we are now joined by Barton head coach Jeff Lennox after his team was able to get a huge conference victory, knocking off previously undefeated Erskine. And coach, pretty big victory for your team tonight, winning in 5. How would you assess your team's performance?
It was a great match. The way that our guys played from beginning to end, I think that was how we would assess. Understanding that serving and passing was going to be key. Understanding that we were going to need to not necessarily contain number 11, but really use our out-of-system options against him. Really side out when he didn't score, and do the things that we know we could be capable of when it mattered. And I think as the match went on, especially in that 5th set, our guys made some clutch points. We served well when we needed to. We sided out well when we needed to. So very proud of our guys and their effort to battle the whole way through. I mean, Erskine's a great team, and to stick with it, to keep fighting. We always talk about being a brotherhood and playing for each other, and they just kind of looked at each other going in that 5th set and said, this is our home court, we're going to do this for each other, and they did.
Yeah, and I want to talk about your offense a little bit tonight, Coach, because in Game 1 and Game 5, you hit 500. What were you able to do in those 2 games to be so successful offensively?
I think we passed the ball really well. And so that was a big key. I think the speed of our offense, Erskine was trying to catch up, and our guys were being smart. When we had one-on-ones, we took advantage of them. Federico is a smart setter, so we saw, when the middle was cheating one way or the other, he knew where to get the ball to. So I think his volleyball IQ helped get a lot of one-on-ones, and the speed of our offense helped our guys be successful. Going into the other sets, Erskine started, they started blocking a little bit better. I think that they started serving a little bit better, grabbed a little bit more rhythm, and so that was a little bit harder for us to stay in rhythm and side out, and credit to them for that.
Now, Coach, I'm pretty sure you lead the nation in the hardest names to pronounce, so forgive me if I butcher a couple of their names. But, talk about one player in particular for you, Pierre Taitong. He put up big numbers again. About
Excellent
19.
job, by the way.
Oh, what?
Correct pronunciation.
Yes, I got one right. So I have to ask you, put up big numbers tonight for you, 19 kills, 8 blocks. Can you just talk about what he was able to do not only tonight, but throughout the season to be so successful?
Yeah, Pierre's he's our only senior out on the court, and really high volleyball IQ, and knows, the defensive weaknesses. So I think Pierre's a smart player, and by knowing, the shots he needs to hit, when he needs to hit them, whether it's a high line shot or a deep cross shot or, a tip or a wipe or something, Pierre's going to do those things. I think he has all the tools, to do that. So when we're in a tough situation, we know we can count on him, and we do a lot. I mean, as you can see, if it's not our right side, it's going to be Pierre having the most attempts, and it's because we trust him, especially in the clutch.
Yeah. And, Coach, your offense as a whole has seemed to really be improving throughout the season. What would you credit that success to?
It's our younger guys really buying in. We have actually a few of our freshmen that play in different positions than they're used to, and they bought in. They bought into the speed of the offense. They listen really well, and then a lot of it is to the health of our setter. I mean, I think Fed is one of the best setters, if not the best setter in our conference. He's a smart guy, so he's making the decisions we ask him to make. He understands the scouting report. He understands the other team, and when you have the guy making the correct decision every time, it's up to our attackers to take care of it. So I think we've done that really well. I think when we've needed to make a play, we've hit the right shot. We've hit the smart shot, and we don't overplay. So we're not creating errors, unnecessary errors.
And Coach, when you took over this program, they hadn't won a match in their program history. It took a while, it felt like, for this program to get going. But with that being said, what does this victory mean for you as a coach who really, took this program from the ground up?
It means a lot. It means a lot because I care about these guys. I mean, a few of these guys that have been here, since my second year, and so they've been part of this transition process and just sticking with it, working really hard, whether it's out of season, over the summer, in season. They're doing everything we ask for them. And when you have people, good people, putting in good effort, you're just happy for them. So, it's a lot of, I'm very proud as a coach of the guys that we have and the commitment and the dedication and how they stick with it. I mean, we had some ups and downs, obviously, over the last few years, but our guys have stuck it out. They stuck together, and I think that's what you need when you build a program. You surround yourself with good people, people that want to work hard, people that trust you, that you can trust, and I think that's your building block. And with that, when you have 14 guys roster and all 14 are on the same page, we're all moving forward in the same direction, we're going to be successful. And I think this year is finally where we're taking that step. And it's exciting to see. I'm very, very happy for our guys. I'm very proud of them.
Yeah, well, talking about taking that next step, obviously a big win for you tonight, but the season's not over. What do you guys have to do in the final month to win the Conference Carolinas and wind up in that NCAA tournament come May?
Yeah, we have to stay consistent. Our conference, we're not the only team that's improved over the last few years. Our conference is getting deeper. The teams have more depth, so they're just better all around. The lower has raised up, so now there's more competition at the top, and so we have to stay consistent. We can't take one night off. It doesn't matter who we're playing. Each team is capable and able to, whether you want to call it an upset or defend their home court or whatever it might be. We got to show up. So I think it's important our guys understand that we're excited about this game, but we got to move on to Limestone. And last time we played them, they took it to us on our court. So we got to refocus. We got to make sure that we stay consistent and we play at one level. We set a standard, and our standard is to play at that same level. Let's be constant. Let's be consistent and keep moving forward. And if our guys do that, I'm very confident that we'll be successful.